back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about how to start your home buying process. What I recommend is contacting a realtor. Now, I know what you're thinking, why can't I just go find a house, that I like, and then contact a realtor later? Well, what we do is we try to get you pre-approved. We'll vet you and see if home ownership and home buying is right for you right now. We'll go through your criteria so we can help tailor the search when we actually do start looking, and we can get you linked with a lending professional to start the process of getting pre-approved, which is your second step. The pre-approval process is submitting documents to a lending partner so they can qualify you for an amount to start looking for prices that you can actually afford. What this entails is submitting about 2 to 3 months of bank statements, at least 2 to 3 W-2s if you are a W-2 employee. If not, I'll get back to that later. And any tax return for the last 2 years. So if you're not a W-2 employee, you are a 1099, meaning you are self-employed, you will need 2 years of that type of employment records to give to the lending partner. What that does is it goes over how much money your business has brought in, and those documents as well will be used to qualify you for a loan. So once you have what price you can afford, your realtor will probably set up a search for you through MLS, which is our multiple listing service, or through their website or some other forum. Now, of course, there's Zillow, of course, there's Redfin. However, they're not always accurate, not always up to date. So your realtor is definitely going to give you more of an accurate market and what's on the market today. So the third thing is, now that you've found the house that you like, your realtor is going to work with you with a strategy to get the offer process going. They're going to go with you, go through with you with terms and what do you feel comfortable offering to the seller and negotiating on your behalf. So once all the negotiations are done, any contingencies, which means, so if you have any contingencies, meaning these are clauses in the offer that give you kind of an out if there aren't met. For instance, if you have a home sale contingency, you're stating that this sale of this property will not go through if your previous home does not sell. If you have an appraisal contingency, meaning you cannot purchase this home if the property doesn't appraise at value what you're offering. And there are other contingencies that your realtor can go over you with as well. So once your offer is accepted, yes, that is a big deal and we are excited, but there's other things that have to happen. My business, personally, I would never not suggest a home inspection. I know a lot of people in 2020 and 2021 were waiving those, but this home inspection gives you a kind of overall picture of the health of the home, right? So we want to know what we're getting into before, of course, going through with the sale. And this is a home that you're probably going to be staying in if it's not a second home or a rental property. So you want to make sure that you know exactly what are some of those problems that are arising. So let's just say the home inspection goes well, there really aren't that many issues, and the seller is agreeing to either give you a credit or fix some of those things. What you want to do is also, if there are repairs being asked for, you want to do a re-inspection of those repairs to make sure that you and the client are happy with how everything turned out. So the next point in the process is, after you're under contract, you're probably going to go through underwriting with your lender. So they're going to be asking you for any clarifications or any additional financial documents to kind of, seal your financing and qualify you to actually buy this house. After, home inspection and appraisal is done, comes in and say, is this house valued? What is this house valued for? And is it valued at what was marketed? So if that price comes above, then you don't have to pay above. It's just if it comes down below, then those issues arise, especially with a different type of financing. I know VA and FHA. If it doesn't appraise, then it's really on you to kind of fill in that gap. So let's just say the home was $300,000 list price and it only appraised for $285,000. Now, what you can do is go back to the seller and renegotiate the list price, or what you can do is pay the $15,000 difference. You definitely want to talk to your lender to see if that's something that you can do. If not, you might have to pull out of the transaction, especially if there's an appraisal contingency stating, the terms of the appraisal. Next is, after all of that is done, I know I just kind of hit you with a lot of things. We're still on the contract, negotiations have been made, and we're still moving forward. Your lender is probably going to give you something which is called a clear to close, meaning that you are qualified, nothing has really changed, and they're going to really approve you for your overall financing. You will get a closing disclosure kind of detailing what your loan product and term of the loan will be. And it's also going to give you your monthly payment, any property mortgage insurance you're going to have to pay monthly if you haven't met the down payment requirements for that financing. And it's also going to go through like any other terms of the loan. You'll sign that if you don't have any questions, or if you're okay with everything. We're going to go to settlement. So this is when you get your keys. You're going to sign your life away, all those lending documents. If this is your first home, you'll check that box, first time home buyer. Of course, that should have been done in the offer stage, but you're also going to state that this is your primary residence 1,000 times. And you're going to make sure everything is correct as far as spelling of your name. You're going to give, you're going to get title insurance, which basically states that there are no issues or liens or errors that will prohibit you to have a clear title and a clear transfer of property to you. So the meaning that there's no one coming after or has any financial interest in the home now but you. So once you sign all of these documents, you definitely will sign on the dotted line. You'll get your keys and you finally get the home of your dreams. Another point that I want to make before wrapping up, there are some upfront costs to buying a home. I know everyone, there's a lot of programs out here for down payment assistance and closing help. You can negotiate that with the seller, but the upfront costs are as follows. You want to, of course, get a home inspection, which could cost up to $400 to $600 depending on company and depending on how big or what style of the home it is. Then you have to pay for the appraisal, which could run anywhere between $500 to $600. And then if your earnest money deposit that you would have included and wired over to the title company, mostly, that's who's holding your deposit. That deposit is going to be used for the entire sale of the home, but that's going to show the seller in good faith, this is what I'm willing to provide if, of course, something happens on our end and you have to back out and it's not for any of the reasons that I've listed. So EMDs are usually 1% to 3% of the list price, but it's depending on what you're comfortable with and what strategy you and your realtor are using. So, I always encourage my clients, if you want a stronger offer, maybe go a little bit more on the EMD. And that shows the seller that you're really serious about buying this home. And you also, if you don't, again, the interest rates are a bit crazy right now. We'll compare it to what we were in 2020 and 2021. So if you would like to buy down the rate, meaning you're going to pay a 1% of the loan price to bring that rate down, you can. And those are really the main upfront costs to buying a home. If you guys have any questions at all, of course, I'm here as a resource. You can comment down below and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.